Hi Tech Flippers, this is the third video about learning culture, the second pillar of the Flipper learning approach. This is equally important as the other ones, and as I understand, this focus on changing of attitude toward our course in order that we are no longer the center of the class. We need to move that to students now are the most important part of our course, and their learning, it had to be focused on them. We're only gonna be kind of their mentors or leaders. We need to adapt our courses, activities, and everything in order to encourage them to be an active part of their learning formation. This means that all the activities that we do, they had to be I don't want to film this again. They need to be respecting their time, their peace, their space, their learning style, and the way that they get their knowledge. Experimentation, practice, and all of them is basic on this. Some of our students are going to be more visual, as I am. I love watching and I learn by seeing. Others of them through reading, other ones for questioning and discussing. Everything should be available, I guess. That's why the four pillars, they at the same time engaged one to another one. They're not separated. Through the questions or reflections that the teacher gave us to us today, let me read the first one. Do I give my students opportunities to engage in meaningful activities without the teachers being the central? Yes or no? I had to admit that not always. Our courses, there have been redesigned with all kind of different kind of activities. Sometimes, yes, they are very engaging part of their learning, but sometimes we lecture, and I have done that. And to be honest, sometimes I love to be the center of attention, and that's the part that what I personally had to practice more than how I'm gonna do it. And obviously, that comes the other pillars about that, making and designing meaningful activities that in reality we are going to be able to create this flipper learning environment. Okay, that's kind of obvious, so I had to work on that one. The second one, it means, let me read, I'm sorry. Do I scaffold these activities and make them accessible to all students through differentiation and feedback? This was definitely yes. I think that probably the little bit of success that I ever had with my students is that part. I will never give an activity that I would not come up individually to each of them to give them a feedback. Just to say, this is very good, you have to focus on this one, we're going to work more on this one, you're going to need a practice of this. And that part one, I think that I have checked. That is not a problem. I spend most of the time doing this. Give them then the personal or send them the feedback so they know that every activity that they do, everything is important, that I care for them. And it's not going to be a surprise at the end. Oh, I'm sorry. It means like you failed the partial. It's not going to happen because I'm all the way going to be assisting them. If it happens, they know it was their responsibility. It's not that the teacher doesn't like me, so I failed. No way. Because every single activity, I'm going to be there, right? So let me know your comments, and don't judge me because of my videos. I'm not an expert on these things. One day I'm going to be. Promise that. But right now,